bum. Okie dokie. So what I think is that I need to fix the second eerie. I can't believe I'm looking back on my whole playthrough. Okay, Coolie Beans. Side story. Understanding 2 is where I think we left off. For the first time, oh, this is going to be so trippy. I'm gonna... my earbuds are over there. I want to see how it sounds like on my phone. Hello. Okay. I think that's okay enough. Maybe, maybe not. Whatever. I suck. Ow! Ah, my finger. That hurt. For the first time, Sayori is the first to enter the club room. Anxiety courses through her relentlessly. Will Yuri show up today? Sitting at the desk, she stamps her feet in an attempt to calm down. Why am I letting this affect me so much? I'm doing everything I can to make Yuri happy. But my best wasn't good enough. But it was still my best. But I'm letting everyone down. I'm always just a disappointment. Sayori continues to wrestle with her self-deprecating thoughts. Every tiny noise causes her to lift her head in anticipation of Yuri's arrival. Minutes pass, and nobody entered the club room. Not Yuri or Monica. Gosh, I'm so late. Oh, wait, I guess. Yeah, I shouldn't. That'll just make me feel worse. I had a little bit of alcohol, but I shall not. Okay. Gosh, I'm so late. Why did I offer to help those other students with their work? I'm such a pushover sometimes. It's gonna leave such a bad impression on my new club members like Yuri if I'm not the first one there. Monica rounds the corner, approaching the club room. As she does so, Yuri? Yuri jumps at the sound of Monica's voice. She's sitting outside the club room, against the wall next to the door. Embarrassed, she quickly closes the book she was reading and stands up. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry I'm late. You didn't have to wait outside for me. The door to the club room is open. It's not. Yuri stammers, unable to explain herself. She peers inside the club room through the window, then looks away. Actually, I was wondering if I could help you today instead. Huh? Me? With a I can't say that word, I'm sorry. With club publicity stuff? Yes. Monica is utterly confused. Why is Yuri asking this all of a sudden, when she was so eager to spend time with Sayori before? Did they not get along after all? Monica looks into the club room herself to see Sayori sitting alone inside. Okay. It's kind of a simple job, but I'd be happy for you to tag along. Me too. Monica is worried, but she finds it difficult to insert herself into whatever conflict that may have arisen. It's a little ironic, she realizes, that she could be so conflict avoidant after having been in the debate club. Okay, let's take a walk together. I just have to make copies of this new flyer, then go around to the billboards and replace the old ones with the new ones. Yuri nods. The two set off. Should really turn off my notification noise. The two walk in silence. Without Sayori, Monica finds it quite difficult to strike up a conversation. So, how's everything been going? Fine. That's good. Neither of them follow up with anything more. Monica tenses up at the stinted conversation. How the heck does Sayori do it? I'm sorry. I didn't see you yesterday. I went straight to the computer lab to work on the flyers. Sayori told me. What did you two end up doing yesterday? Just some reading. Oh, I'm glad. It's really starting to feel more like a literature club now. Yeah. It's kind of funny. I felt so intimidated at first when I heard about the kind of reading you're into. But you know, it's kind of stupid of me, because I'm just intimidated by things I'm not good at. And it's silly to assume that everyone who comes to the club will just have the same interests as me. But it's so cool that you were able to get Sayori into it. It's like the club is working. I'm really happy about that. Jeez.
not into it.
Huh?
She's not into it, and I'm stupid for forcing it onto her.
Yuri falls silent again, as if she started her thought but can't figure out how to continue it.
Did something happen?
Yuri sighs.
No, it's just me.
Yuri pauses.
I'm thinking.
A moment passes in silence, then Yuri shakes her head.
I shouldn't be complaining to you all of a sudden.
Don't be silly. I won't think you're complaining. I just want to make sure you feel welcome. If it's important to that, then you can tell me anything.
Well, I do feel welcome. Too welcome, I guess. It's not an issue with the club. It's just an issue with me. So I feel wrong to inconvenience you with it.
Monica pauses and thinks. Well, what if we put it this way? It's my job as president to understand the needs of the club members, right? We're going to have all kinds of people joining this club, hopefully, anyway. And learning about the diverse needs and interests of everyone will help me come up with club activities that everyone can be happy with.
That everyone can be happy with? Not just only some people?
Of course! I need to be looking out for everyone. Otherwise, what kind of club would it be?
I see.
Yuri looks a little bit more relaxed. It signals to Monica that switching from a sympathetic approach to a pragmatic one was a good choice. Each individual truly has their own needs.
Okay.
Yuri takes a deep breath.
I'm a really weird and awkward person. I accepted that about myself. I just don't know how to, connect with other people. How is it so easy for everyone else? How do you just make conversation about any arbitrary topic? I can talk for hours about the things that I'm into. Unfortunately, so much that I don't know when to stop. But for anything else, I just have no idea what to say. So I understand that about myself. I'm just not good with people. I can't help it. So it feels like whenever I'm confronted with a new social situation, I'm either ignored or made fun of or taken pity on. And Sayori falls into the third category.
What? Hold on. You're saying that Sayori is taking pity on you? Yuri nods.
I just want to be treated like a normal person. If you don't like me or you don't connect with my interests, then just tell me. I can accept that and move on. Sayori is too nice to me. I'm so stupid for not realizing she would just go along with whatever I pushed onto her. Nobody deserves to put themselves through that kind of discomfort just because they pity some weirdo who doesn't know how to make friends. It's the worst feeling. I hate it.
Yuri's sharp words cut through the tense air. Somewhere in the middle of the conversation, the two stopped short in the hallway, prioritizing the conversation over their original task. Monica looks at Yuri. Yuri only looks down, with her fists clenched. I think you should tell her that.
I could never say that to someone's face. It's pathetic.
Sayori's different. She's not like other girls. Making people happy is the most important thing to her.
I'm sure that's all she's trying to do.
So, if you're able to explain to her what makes you happy, then she'll do anything to make it happen.
That's the problem. What kind of friendship has one person always trying to cater to the other person's weird needs? I'm sorry, I'm making myself sound so...
No, I think I'm starting to understand. Monica hesitates to finish her thought out loud. It's something that Sayori would be able to say better. Sayori is someone who will give anyone however much kindness they need in order to smile. But Yuri, who has difficulty accepting kindness, must be driving Sayori to be even more assertive in her kindness, further exaggerating the matter. Neither person is to blame, but it's an issue that can't be resolved without them understanding each other better. Sayori wants to be your friend, I promise that. It's okay for different people to have different needs. I mean, Sayori, she has her own needs too. But good friends work together and can be what they need for each other. You just have to have good communication and talk about it.
I don't have good communication.
Yuri stops and shakes her head.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. My head is just... it's so resistant to everything. I'm pushing such a kind person away from me because of it.
Yuri pauses to think.
I'm so tired of this cycle I'm creating for myself. I think I'm so afraid of people pushing me away that I just push them away first. How thoughtless and immature of me.
Yuri takes a deep breath and exhales.
I didn't mean for this to turn into a whole venting session. But I understand now that I just need to communicate with her.
You're totally fine. It's for the club, remember? You're just helping make the club a better place for everyone.
Yeah.
Yuri falls silent again. She looks like she wants to say something.
This kind of critical thinking is something that I'm really bad at. You know, about people. Still, thank you.
Anytime. Monica smiles at Yuri. For just a moment, Yuri finds it in herself to meet Monica's gaze, returning a shy smile of her own. Yuri and Monica finish replacing the old flyers with the new ones. More accurately, Monica mostly did the work while Yuri followed along. But as the club room once again draws near, so does Yuri's confrontation.
I can't do this.
Yes, you can. It'll be great. Yuri sighs and shakes her head.
I'm never going to feel confident enough. I just have to do it. If I don't do it now, I'll never will.
Yuri starts towards the door, but then turns to face Monica.
You're not just going to wait outside, are you?
I can take a walk. Want me to go get you a coffee or something?
Actually, I prefer tea. I like to make my own though, so please don't worry about it. Although I suppose that one downside of reading here in the club rather than home, I don't get to drink tea while reading. Sorry, I guess that has nothing to do with this.
You know, now that you mention it, I bet we can get permission to keep the stuff for the tea in the club room. You can use like an electric kettle to heat up water, right?
Would that really be possible?
I'll look into it. I think it'll be great. Yuri smiles and then nods at the thought. Well, I'll be back in a bit. Good luck. Monica waves at Yuri, then turns around and depart down the hallway as Yuri's smile fades once more. A moment of daydreaming about tea isn't enough to save her from the anxiety of the task that lies before her. But it must be done. Taking one more deep breath, Yuri timidly opens the clubroom door. Ah! Yuri? Wait, hold on, I'm not done yet. Sayori shuffles a bunch of papers around. Yuri stammers. Her words suddenly caught in her throat. At that moment, she realizes how Sayori's been spending her afternoon.
I wasn't expecting you to come today. I was really hoping to make it all the way through the next chapter first. But I got most of the way through it. And look!
Sayori holds up a sheet of paper. It's a page of notes, beautifully produced with indentations, categories, and even color coding. As Yuri sees it, her expression shifts from anxiety to despair.
I was afraid you were getting disappointed in me, so I've been trying really hard.
Stop. Yuri presses her fists against her forehead. Please stop. I can't take this.
Yuri?
Sayori's voice quivers in shock after having received the exact opposite response she was expecting. I'm sorry. Sayori looks away in guilt.
Did I do something wrong? I don't understand. So if I did something wrong, please tell me.
Yuri shakes her head. No, it's me. I keep putting myself in these situations where people are afraid to treat me normally. If you don't like this kind of reading, it's okay. Please just tell me. I don't need to be treated differently just because I'm weird.
But I don't treat you differently. I just want my friends to be happy. So I thought that if we did something together that you really like...
I don't want your pity! Why did I do that? Yuri sinks to her knees, her voice squeaks. I'm sorry. Tears of guilt and self-loathing begin to stream down her face. This isn't how it was supposed to go. Why is it so hard to just articulate your thoughts? Why do you end up pushing everyone away from you? Yuri's mind pounds with internal accusations as she shuts her eyes, unable to face Sayori or the rest of the world. She should leave, just escape from here before Monica sees her like this, and before Sayori tells Monica what she did. But before Yuri can put any strength into her legs, she feels a warm pair of arms gently wrap around her from behind.
It's okay,
Sayori whispers in a soothing voice.
It's okay. It's okay.
Overcome by despair, Yuri finds herself unable to protest or pull away from Sayori's kind gesture. Yuri sniffles, breathing heavily through a clenched throat, trying with all her willpower to control herself.
I understand. I understand that the things you're feeling in your head are different from the things you're trying to say. I know that must be what you're feeling right now. I promise I understand that. So I'll give you as much time as you need. When you're ready, just tell me your feelings and we'll talk about them together, okay?
Ah! I don't remember what button you press.
No!
You press to look back. But it's a really cute CG. Yuri sniffles again and nods her head. She gives herself a minute to compose her thoughts, then speaks while steadying her voice. I think that I've gotten so used to people being weirded out by me that it feels like anyone who's nice to me is just doing it out of pity. I'm so horrible with people. So it makes me not want to believe that someone can actually like me for who I am. Yuri pauses. But Sayori doesn't interrupt. Rather, she waits for Yuri to continue.
I got so excited when I joined the literature club. I thought that it was finally my chance to make friends through my interests. Because my interests are the only things I know how to talk about. It's all I got going for me. But then, whenever I catch myself getting overly obsessive in front of other people, I just feel like I'm making a fool of myself. I hate myself for it. Ultimately, I just want to be treated like a normal person. But how am I supposed to expect that when I can't behave like one?
Aw, Yuri. You're probably just neurodivergent. And have social anxiety, of course. She is anxious being.
I just want to learn how to get along with people and stop ruining things for myself. That's all.
Yuri finishes her thoughts, feeling more steady after having gotten them out. Sayori, who can feel Yuri's breath rise and fall from beneath her arms, realizes that as well.
Thank you for helping me understand you a little bit better. You know, you were so great at helping me while we were reading. So I'll help you with the things that you need too.
But I feel like it would just be frustrating for you with how much patience I require sometimes.
That sounds kind of familiar. I couldn't stop worrying about that while we were reading. I was so afraid you'd get frustrated with me.
But I would never do that. I did my best to reassure you by mentioning how I have a lot of patience.
Yeah, I know. But my irrational fears just won't be quiet sometimes.
Same.
I'm sure it's the same for you, right?
Yeah. Irrational fears.
Well, you know, there's no way that you could frustrate me because I already like you as the person you are. I know you said you have a hard time believing that, but I promise that it's true. You don't have to be a social person for people to like you. I think you're really considerate in your own way, you know? Worrying so much about other people's feelings. We're all kind of weird. It's a literature club. But it's the best part that we're all different and have different interests. Like about the book. I'm reading it because I want to. I promise, that's what I really want. It's a bit of a struggle, but try not to mistake that for me not enjoying it. I mean, we could never discover new things if we didn't try them first, right? I want to learn the reasons that you love it so much. And in the end, if it's not for me, then I could say that, but I'll be glad that I tried it and learned more about you. Plus, you're like super duper smart, and I want that to rub off on me.
Yuri fights back a smile at that comment. Her face, so cute, man. Already, the heavy atmosphere surrounding her seems to have evaporated through the caress of Sayori's arms.
Your hair is so pretty. I always wanted long hair, but I was awful at taking care of it, so I cut it all off.
Same. Yuri's tension relaxes. For once, she feels okay just listening, rather than worrying so much about saying the right thing. Sayori, sensing Yuri's comfort, lets her rest. It must be so difficult for her to feel relaxed around other people. But if the literature club can make it happen, then it's something that she deserves to experience.
Well then, based on my understanding of your feelings, I suppose I wouldn't mind if we were to continue reading.
That's what I wanted to hear.
But we could stop at any time. If you truly don't like it, please be honest about it. I won't be offended.
Of course. I'm not gonna judge anything this early on, though. So we'll just see what happens.
Oh, and, it's not good to touch people without their consent first.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable.
Oh, you didn't. I mean, I suppose it was kind of nice. I was just saying.
I'm back. Monica's back. Haven't seen you for at all recently.
Sayori trots over to Monica.
Ah,
She whispered loudly.
can I hug you?
Sure, Sayori. Sayori wraps her arms around Monica. Oh yeah, Yuri. It might be good to know. Sayori can be kind of a hug monster.
Ah,
Hey, don't call me a monster. Artemis is a monster. If he inherits the kingdom, it could spell disaster.
Yuri laughs. Monica perplexedly looks between the two of them, then smiles. Well, I'm glad you've been enjoying your reading so far. It's like our first real activity as a literature club.
Ah, about that. Well, you've been so patient with exploring my interests. I think that it would be inconsiderate of me not to return the favor to you and learn about the things that you like.
Yay!
Oop, yes! I don't know why I said it that way.
Yes! Do you like poetry?
Yuri smiles.
No. Okay, back to the DDLC.
Is it frozen? Oh, you are frozen, aren't you? Okay, there you go.
Doki Doki.
Okay, so what are we gonna do? I'm gonna do Sayori's poem first, since we did that our last playthrough. So I'm gonna be skipping a lot of it. Sayori words. New game. You be Reginald.
Hey!
Skip.
It's time to write a poem.
Okay. Make sure to save it. Oh, I'm gonna try to see. I'm gonna remind myself. 'Cause I think I tried this before and I just messed it up. But first slave slot will be Sayori. Second will be Yuri. And third will be Natsuki. Now it makes me wonder how I should do this, because are you supposed to play through their event, go back, do the other person's event, go back? Or should I do like all the poem stuff and then do it, go back?
think I'm gonna try that. So with all the Sayori stuff, we can skip a lot of it because we played her last time. Family. Sunset. Clumsy, I think. Yeah. Broken.
Vacation. Wonderful.
Hope we actually get all theory words sometimes, because I know sometimes I do these poems and I get like not what I need.
You literally have a chance of having none of the characters you're trying to go for words, so you can't make a perfect poem. Rainbow. Calm.
Love.
Peaceful.
Joy. Passion.
Bed.
Friends.
Happiness. Romance.
Empty. Embrace. Awesome. Smile. Hi, Ratanong. Okay. Okay, cool. So there's one poem, two poems. Skippy Doo. Mama, 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 mama. Boyota. Passion. Clumsy. Boo, boo, boo. Rain cloud. no dream.
Balloon. Adventure. Hopeless. Sunset. Flower.
Cry.
Family. Love.
Hurt.
Tears.
Suicide. Daydream. Treasure.
Dark.
Comfort. She has hurt and comfort, but she'll love hurt comfort fan fiction. No brushes. No blanket. Ocean? Ocean. That works. One more. Rose.
Oh man.
What? What? Wait, what?
Oh, gross. What is it? Make sure you're not slacking off.
I am confused. Hi, Reginald. Okay, now let's load our second one. Okay, let's do Yuri. After image. Agonizing. Misfortune.
Da bum 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 bum.
Inferno. Crimson. Effulgent. Disown. Despise. Destiny. Wrath. Frightening. Climax. Desire. Judgment. Entropy. Question. Agonizing. Vertigo. Analysis. Huh, not scarves? I'm surprised that's not on the list, because, you know. Eternity. Unending. Or less. Hehe. Anxiety, scene girl. Hi again, Reginald. Got to see you didn't run away. I just happened to buy 2 of them. I think I already did this. Oh. Huh?
What's it about anyway?
Well, the book, there's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange.
She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships and her life starts to start blah, blah, blah.
Ah, my butt's starting to go numb. Wake up.
I was sitting weird. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships and her life starts to fall apart.
It's kind of dark, isn't it? You already made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, but that dark turn came from nowhere.
Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Reginald?
No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry.
I hope so.
Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different.
It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look from life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen to not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals, or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry.
Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything.
Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please, stop me if I start talking too much.
I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all.
That's true.
In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right?
You don't have to.
What are you saying? Just a moment ago you were saying you were looking forward to it.
Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I put into my bag.
Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right?
I slip into the seat next to Yuri's.
My throat made a weird noise.
Yeah.
Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive.
I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. It's just something that I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone.
I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything.
Oh, alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. Looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just...
Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? That's kinda lame.
I do? I don't really mean to. I'm sorry. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean...
Here, this should work, right?
I slam my desk until it's up against Yuri's, and I hold my book more between the two of them.
I suppose so.
Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open.
I guess it makes it kind of difficult to turn the page.
Here.
Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb and then flips it to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. Ooh. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I could feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision.
Are you ready?
Eh?
To turn the page.
Sorry. Think I got a bit distracted for a second.
Glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes met. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her.
That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me.
Yeah. Thanks.
We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb.
Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit.
You think so? How does she?
Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways. But she also second guesses a lot of the things she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms.
I see.
Yuri remains silent for a moment.
But, Reginald, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that.
Wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant it that it's kind of cute.
What are you saying all of a sudden?
Okay, everyone! I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kinda down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this.
It's not. It's fine.
Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb.
Alright, guess I'll do some more reading tonight.
Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little bit more tonight. It'll be more fun to read it with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time.
Alright.
I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book and then slip it back into my bag.
By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night?
Yeah. My relaxation ends.
Can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing.
I couldn't really find much inspiration since I'd never really done this before. Okay.
Sorry.
Wow! Reginald, your poem is really bad.
Thanks, Sayori.
It's fine, it's fine. It's your first time. Besides, I'm just really happy that you wrote one. It just reminds me how you're really part of the club now. Not to mention that the fact I'm standing right in front of you in the club room.
Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
See? It's like what I said before, Reginald. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do.
Thanks, Sayori. Not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That would be my way of thanking you.
Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then.
Yay. Now you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Hehe.
Sayori, just guess, do you remember? Wow, that just skipped right through it. Why did it skip through it? I don't think I read some of this. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten.
Exceptional.
What's that?
Did I say that out loud?
Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face.
Ooh, he's going to hate me.
You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri.
I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for?
Yuri takes a breath.
So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicate you've written a lot of poetry before.
Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really.
Huh?
Yuri stares at me blankly and then looks at my poem again.
Well, I know that. I just meant,
Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly.
Yeah, okay. This is the reason why I was able to tell.
It's just that their specific writing habits are usually typical of new writers. Hi, Reginald. Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good, I'm glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, ever any suggestions? I'm feeling to bring things up. Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, Reginald. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? That sort of barrier is what we'll learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true.
Hand Monica my poem. Great job, Reginald. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you.
It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort.
That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Like Sayori likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meanings out of it. It's very challenging to write that way effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all the nuances. It could take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. Never really asked, though.
I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet.
Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things.
I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. Yeah. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this.
That's okay. I love to see you try new things. It's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else may be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Hint, hint.
Yeah.
Anyway, you want to read my poem now? Monica's writing tip of the day!
Natsuki, you're right that I liked your poem.
See?
Wait, that's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different.
That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously.
I understand. Yuri, you're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed.
Oh, well, that's...
But here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone else's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it and it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute.
I see. I didn't notice that. I'm sorry. Ooh.
But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place.
Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that...
Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too? Natsuki clenches her fists. In the end, nobody has taken her side. She was trapped. At this point being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up feeling bad for her.
Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head.
Sayori, she doesn't need to...
You know what? I'm going to do that. It'll spare me from having to look at all your faces right now.
Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem off the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumples up the poem with her hands and throws it into the trash. Natsuki. She really did not need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at the desk. I forgot something. Oh my god, I am so stupid. And what I wanted to do is that once I got to a poem, I'd go back to the side stories. Oops. Guess I should keep on doing this and just go ham with the side stories after I'm done. Because it's going pretty quickly, I guess. I gingerly approached her and sat in the adjacent chair. Everything alright? I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now. No, Yuri. How could anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you. Oh, well, alright, I believe you. Thanks, Reginald. You're too kind. I'm thankful to have you as part of this club now. It's nothing. One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said about, I would never do anything so shameful. So... What thing did Natsuki say? Well, never mind that. I'm gonna make some tea. Ah, good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay? Yeah. Okay. Ba-ba-ba. Whoopee! Turds. Turds, 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 turds. Mommy, 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 mommy. Congruent. Boom 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 boom. I forgot to save, didn't I? Oopsie doopsie boopsie, I kinda messed up. Oops, but let's keep on going, cause okay, shame, no shame. Do-do-do-do. Despise. No tragedy? You. Entropy. Bum, 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 bum. Agonizing. Massacre. Unrestrained. Graveyard. Vertigo. Misery. No. Crimson. Lust. Extreme. Universe. Landscape. I'm gonna plug this in at the teacher's desk and we'll get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down at the teacher's desk. Actually, how long have I been doing this? An hour and 20 minutes. Well, my mom has to get up early tomorrow, so I don't want to be going way too until night. Don't want to try to wake her up or anything, so I'm going to do the first one. This one, right. Made a note for next time. A note. My voice is getting tired, so I guess this will be where I end it for today. Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, thanks so much for watching and see you next time. Bye.